Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, guys. I just got done watching a YouTube video about this game, and that's what inspired me to start a new series. We're going to try Cornwall in 867, which is a little bit earlier than when this guy did it. He did the 1066 date, but we're going to try and do it earlier because I like to start as soon as possible or as early as possible in my games so that there's more playtime. But without further ado, let's get into it and see what we can come up with. The raiders are gonna be annoying as crap, but we're gonna try and make the Kingdom of Cornwall. Maybe even expand throughout the Isle. I don't know. But we're going to try and make ourselves very, very powerful. Create own ruler. Okay, we're gonna make him scientifically adept. There we go. And then let's bring his age down to 16 years old. There we go. And then we'll just bump everything else up to the base skill thing. So I do want my stewardship pretty high. Martial skills gotta be relatively high just to make sure that we can fight, at least from a strategist point of view. Gonna bump up my prowess a couple of times. We're 400 exactly. Can't do no more. Awesome. Alright. Petty Kingdom Cornwall. I'm gonna give myself a Christian name so it's easier to pronounce. I'm gonna make it, Duke Paul of Cornwall. Alright. So, one of the bigger threats we have in this particular series that we're starting is that of Wessex and the Viking Raiders. Okay? That's why I'm vaguely considering maybe even taking out Wessex, but that's going to need a lot more money and a lot more men to do. But that might be what's coming in the future. It depends what kind of lot this game throws me here. Alright, so let's get the learning going. Naturally, I want to go with this scholarship bonus here that increases the monthly development growth by, which is really what we want. We want development growth here so we can make a lot more money off of just 2 counties. Let's go with alliance power, simply because that's going to be the most helpful right now, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not looking for age here. I'm looking for power because we're gonna need that to develop this tiny little duchy into a very powerful nation. Let's take a look at our council. We don't have a wife yet, and she's gonna grow some based on what we have chosen. And our frickin', oh my god, that frickin' sucks. Okay. Our development, the diplomat guy really sucks. Actually, our spy master really sucks too. And we need to replace him, seriously, because that is kind of bad. I can't believe I have a diplomat and a spy master that is actually skill 0. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Development is going up by 5. I really need to get the steward on this. As crappy as he is, I need to get him on increasing the development. As a matter of fact, now our diplomat is better than he was before. Not so sure how that happened, but okay. I don't know how that happened here, but whatever, I guess. Okay, so we have a vision of the divine, blah blah blah. Okay, let's go with that because it gives us a certain opinion of that. Right now we have 80 gold. I'm hoping that we can get some decent development going here and start pulling some real cash in so that we can build up our military forces, etc. But our steward isn't all that great either, so 86, 89. Okay, I want to see what we can do to get some more money flowing in here. Let's see, we could build some of those, what is it called, the pauper fees or whatever you want to call them, but I want to build something that's going to bring us development and money. Okay, so 142 gold, and then we'll put the trade port in. I think that's our best move as of right now, just to increase the development each time. Don't get me wrong, it will have the ability to get better, and we gotta get a military going as well. But right now we need to focus on economic system, I believe. So because once we get some money rolling in, we'll be able to make some military conquests and stuff like that. We just gotta hope that these people around us will leave us alone long enough to get strong enough. That's the concern that I have, actually, but it is what it is. We got 105 gold right now. Doesn't seem like that much, but we gotta wait until I get the 142 to increase the money coming in here. And the development would be nice as well. Okay, well, culture of fatinism. Yeah, let's get that, and that'll make it so our innovations go faster by 20%. That's fantastic. Once again, 1.6. And I do plan later in the series, and it might be multiple lifetimes, to take the entire Isle of England, but we need to get ourselves, like I keep saying, economically strong before we decide to do something like that. That's why I have my diplomat on foreign affairs, because I don't need these nations up our rear and then having a problem later on in the game. Right now we're not doing much because we're not pulling much money in, but hopefully as the years go by that will change. We do have our steward working on, the development stuff, but it's still going to take some time to get the development high enough to make a difference. And also with my skills that I unlock throughout the years, the innovations will get better and stuff, but it's just going to be a slow simmer grind, like we're on the stovetop here. And it's gonna be a grind right now. But what I have for Cornwall, as long as everything goes well, it's gonna be greatness, guys. It really is. I have greatness planned for Cornwall. They're not going to be this tiny duchy anymore. They're actually going to be a kingdom that goes throughout the Isle of England. Perhaps they will even make a new kingdom out of the entire Isle. That is the future that is to come, so you do not want to miss that. This series that we're working on right now, you really don't want to miss that. I think it's going to be real fun to do, but like I said, it's going to be a grind. I'm going to be playing for a couple hours, but for you guys it'll be a couple of minutes. Comparatively, maybe 30, 40 or something around in there. But it's gonna be a long haul, that's for sure. And what did the Pope give us for a priest? I want to see what he actually did give us. Okay, let's go to my council. Man, this dude sucks. For real. Level 3 priest, and frickin' man, these guys are weak. My strongest guy is my diplomat. This is just terrible. He's not even a vassal. Yeah, we don't have a lot as far as people is concerned. Yeah, we're getting this guy because that guy's just loads better, I'm not gonna lie. And you're being assigned to this because just that guy is absolutely terrible. And I might even give these guys some land, to be honest, but right now, and I know it's better to have your vassals do this because they actually improve their skill the longer they do it, but right now with the state the game is at right now, it's like, no, I'll give these guys land as we expand, but just right now it's like, this is crap. I can't work with this freaking council. And now we got a wife, which is good. Wow, that is just terrible. I might even try to give these guys a vassal, like a piece of land, because I might want to turn these guys into vassals because they're so much better on my council. This is just abysmal, to be honest. Alright, we got our learning perk. Awesome. Increased development in county 20%. Heck yes. Efficiency. That is awesome. Now, that is gonna help loads. And we do have that 100 something gold right now. So I'm gonna go in this county here. I'm gonna blow most of it, but we will have some left over, but not much to do anything with. But that is massive. I mean, if we wanted to, we can build a forestry, and that is massive too. The quarries, that is great. But I want to get that port put in first because it'll increase our development as well as doing other things as well, making money. So the next time we actually put something in, I'll probably put the quarries in, and then I'll probably put a military building in just to increase the levies that we get. That was fantastic. I think that's gonna really help the money situation, especially with this coming development level. That's just fantastic. Please don't raid me, dude, because I definitely don't have the men to be doing that. Most definitely don't have the men to be doing that. I mean, I'm sure they're going to raid us, but the longer we can go without them raiding us, that'd be better, honestly. I think if we play this right, a lot of Duke Paul's reign is gonna be peaceful. He's just gonna focus on his own realm a lot, and then his kids are gonna be the ones that take the sword to the people and, expand this kingdom into greatness. I know what I have planned for the future, but it's gonna take a long time to do so. Alright, what are we working on right now as far as culture stuff? Okay, right now we're working on, what is this? This is Gravekind Succession. Okay, alright, I know there's a way you can change this, but I'm not sure how exactly to do that right now. I don't remember. If you guys want to let me know in the comments how exactly we change that, I'm gonna let it go the way it wants to right now, for now, but I would like to get battlements and stuff that will help us upgrade our buildings and stuff. And the small fishing harbor is just about done, and my wife is pregnant. That is fantastic news. And once that port is fixed up, well, then we'll be able to increase our development even faster in that area, which is why I did that. Actually, let's look at that. Okay, that harbor is now done, but if we take a look at the castle, okay, we got a development of 6 in there right now. Marshall is sick right now, I guess, but whatever, you take what you get, I guess. And so, right now we're making 1.9 after that. That's actually good for a small county like this. 2 gold per month for a small county like this at the beginning is not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna give him the name Christian. We had a son named Christian. Let's make sure that county is still increasing and developed. Yes, it is. Alright, okay. Learning skill. Fantastic. Alright, well, let's take a look at this. Okay, learn language. That doesn't seem too bad, but I almost want to increase our learning skill a little bit more, and then we'll go back and get that. So we just gained 1 learning, which brings it to 21. Oh, that's right. I wanted to educate my kid here as well. Send representation. And, I think the kid needs to be educated in stewardship, in all honesty. So we're gonna have his education go down the stewardship tree, and then hopefully he becomes a very, very good steward. And then after that, well, he becomes my steward at court if I live that long, and then he can develop the counties even more. You have 60 gold. How much do we need to put the quarries in? I want to check that out and see how much the quarry actually costs, because that was a massive modifier for money, no doubt. The quarries were 95 and it would increase our tax time by, so that's quite the jump. It also decreases my construction time by 2%. That is actually awesome. Let's get the quarries running. And my priest actually died, so I'm gonna go check him out. Okay, at least he's better than the one we had before. Okay, the one we had before was just abysmal. He's not much better, but I mean, At least he is. We need 90 gold to put the quarries in. So it's still going to be quite some time before we're able to put those in there, but that will help us immensely once those are in there. And then I think the next slot we're going to do is actually a military building, because we need to at least have some kind of military to fight off the raiders and stuff when they come here. But so far this is going fantastic. I'm liking how this is going. We're starting to crank out the money. Nothing serious yet, but we are building economically, so that is good. And I'm going to try and get Devon to level 10 or higher, and then switch to the other county and do the same thing to that. Okay, 84 in our treasury right now. We need a little bit more. But like I said, this guy's life is going to be most likely, financial. That's what he's going to mostly get, try to focus on. And then the kids after him are going to bring Cornwall into a military power. But this guy's life, we're going to be sitting around a lot. What is my wife good at, actually, though? Her highest point is learning, actually. So let's put her on that, and she can help me get these developments for our culture. 95, we got that. I'm gonna wait another month just to make sure we have a little extra after getting the quarries installed, or at least getting them started to be installed. I might even wait until this guy gets the development level, and then what I'll do is put that money invested in there. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Increases our opinion with the priest and whatnot, so that's kind of a good thing to do. We also have over 100 gold right now. Again, I think I'm just going to wait until we get that development point, if you will, and then I will put the quarries in there, because we only got a little bit until that development point is done. So I'm just gonna wait until he goes to the next level, and then we're going to just make sure that we have a little extra by the time we put the quarries in there. Okay, so we just got the development point, so now I'm going to now put the quarries in the slot here. That's gonna increase our money brought in every month quite a bit, and we still have 19 left over, so that was a good addition. Man, we're gonna be crazy rich by the time, if everything goes well. Crazy rich. Okay, something's not right with the culture, so I might have to actually no, it says the culture is what it should be. Okay, so we're gonna let him continue with whatever he was doing. It doesn't really matter, but for some reason I'm getting the minus 45. Oh, you know what? It's the one bad thing that happened at one time. Okay, but we'll continue to grow our development, and eventually that county's gonna really take off. Then once it really takes off, we're gonna switch to the other county and do the same thing. And those lines are almost done. Actually, how much longer do they have on those? We got 7 months left on the quarries, so that's gonna increase our money by quite a bit. We'll be over 2. We will definitely be over 2 at this point. How long does this freaking last? Probably until he dies, or until it fixes itself. And those quarries are pretty much done at this point, so we will see how much that brings up the money here. Right, okay. Now we are making 2.4 per month right now. And okay, if I wanted to build this back up to level 2, which would make the development go up by I would need basically 200 gold, essentially. Okay, so now we're gonna get open-minded. There we go. That's apostate's kind of a nice perk right there as well. Learning on job, that's not bad. Can buy claims. Interesting. Okay, this is very interesting, to be honest. I've never really tried to go down the financial route, but before I forget, we do need a court physician, honestly. And I'm seeing I probably need to hire one because just the people at court are kind of crappy. We do have the goal to hire her, which is ideal, and I need her to focus on the plagues right now. Control plagues, please. Just trying to get the development in the capital as high as I can. I do have nefarious plans for England, but we're not going to do that until we're ready to do that. Very nefarious plans, but we need to line our pockets first. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, that is the primary focus right now. And the more that we can avoid wars, the better. Try to get the development up for this place as much as possible, no question about it. But upgrading that port to level 2 is going to be fantastic because that's going to make our development go up by 10%. And I believe it's 10% of whatever number you have at the time. Or maybe it just adds more to that number. I'm not exactly sure. We'll find out when I upgrade it. But it's a nice upgrade because not only does it give us more money, it actually gives us more development by 10%, like I said. So I'm excited to get that 200 gold for that port upgrade. 55 gold, man, this is a real slow grind. No doubt. 59 gold. Man, I can't wait until 40 years down the road, guys. Because 40 years down the road, after this guy's lifetime, we should be cranking the money. Honestly, we're about to get another development point, which is good, actually. I hope this one actually increases our money that we get. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. It's not a guaranteed thing. Nice, my wife's scholarly ways have increased. Alright, got another learning perk on Paul State, devotion level. That's good. That's really nice, actually. We got 75, wife falls pregnant. Let's check out the culture thing and see where we're at. 20 years. Holy crap. That's crazy. So we got our next development point and that brought us back up to 2.4. Just from that settlement alone, the capital, we're getting 2.7 per month. That's crazy. Man, I guess a small country, if you develop them enough, can be OP. It just takes years to do it, generations to do it. Job, we'll name you Job. Now we have 1,000 men in our army right now. So the development actually helps with that as well. But I think it actually has more of a financial benefit. And we got 102 money. We need over 200 to get that. I do want to see how much that upgrade would cost me. Well, if I do the upgraded quarry, which that would be 142, it would decrease our men-at-arms maintenance by 100, almost an entire percent. Looks like 100%, but I think it's less than that in actuality. Yeah, it's just to be honest. But if we were to put the upgraded port in, the level 2 port, this would make it so that we make 0.55 money per month and also get the development to go up by 10%. So honestly, if we're hunting for development, we're probably going to go down that route. Not to mention the arms toughness, it affects that as well each time. So that is nice. What does the max build do? Oh, we're being raided now. Of course we are. I think we might have enough. No, they outnumber us by quite a bit. That is unfortunate. And they're doing it from the that really stinks. Actually, we could beat them, but barely. Let me see what I can do here. Nice. That's what we need to do. We need a small victory like that. Yeah, it's true, our, physician actually died, but you know what? We kept the nation safe, and that's what matters. So I gotta go get another physician, unfortunately. 2.6 now, but probably once we hire somebody new, it'll be different, and that's the problem. Now we have less than 100 right now, but we had to get a new person, so there was nothing that we could have done in regards to that. I mean, let me be perfectly honest. We have to have a court physician, because if we don't, we get into trouble with the plagues. Maybe your earlier game versions wouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is. 28 learning. Nice. 2.6 even after hiring a new person. That's fantastic. 90, finally. This is gonna take a very, very long time, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's gonna be worth it, but it's gonna be a while until we can get the development where it needs to be stronger, if not as strong as these bigger nations. But it's definitely a grind. It's definitely gonna be a grind. Definitely. And with starting at the earlier start date, to be perfectly honest, it's probably gonna be more beneficial. I might even, if everything goes well, I might even be able to get us even more powerful than the guy I saw on YouTube. Yeah, let's gain that 50 gold. That'd be fantastic, because that brought us even closer to the 200 that we need by 50 gold. I think that was a nice move. Actually, to tell you guys the truth, 2.6 per month, which doesn't seem like a lot, but as years go on and the development goes higher and higher on this, it's going to explode. It's just gonna take some time, definitely. Young mentor, nice. I like that he has calm trait. That's nice. Can construct building. What building is that? Ooh, do we want to get an economic boost now, or do we want to get the development, which is going to be 237 gold? Well, I mean, if we get the economic boost now, it's possible that we can build up to that 200 faster, but we already have 167. So it's kind of like, do I want to wait, because that port's going to benefit us more, but if we're being realistic, it doesn't really matter because we'll have both in there. I mean, thinking about it like that, I think I'm just going to upgrade this to level 2. 16 months to do that, which by the time another year goes by, we're going to have some money made back, and then that quarry is going to make even more. So we'll see what happens within the next year or two. Okay, come closer. I have a story to tell you. I wish to tell you a story. My wife, Petty Queen Ellen, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not sure how these Cornish names actually go. Says beckoning towards the bonfire. It's a story of when the court, whatever it is, I can't even say that, finally acknowledged me as a full-grown woman. Ellen gleans down and continues to tell the story as the flames from the bonfire lick the night sky. A story from my childhood feels so old. What story? And it increased our learning. Again, that is awesome. That is greatness, dude. We're back up to 30-something gold. Spouse's skill in scholarly things has increased again. Yeah, in all honesty, I think building the quarry was the right thing to do, because now we're going to increase the amount of monthly income by quite a substantial margin. I mean, let's zoom out. I mean, there's not much here. Honestly, I don't see no plagues around us yet. Our counselor died, and it was the steward. Okay, so that really stinks, because now we're gonna get a crappy steward, but he is a vassal, so he should increase as he goes on. But I don't like that guy being steward. I'm hoping that I can put my kid as the kingdom steward, but I'm just gonna have to roll with it. He's not not going to be nearly as good, obviously, but that's something we're just going to have to roll with. Apparently, whatever is spit in my... Oh my god, that's nasty. This bitch spit in my kid's food, man. No, that's gross. That's nasty. We got 4 months until that quarry is done. Man, I hope we can get some better guy in here, because this guy's stewardship is abysmal. Like, how did you even become a steward? This is crazy. 74 gold, dang. I almost feel like I wish I, kept it, but kept the money. But we did just get an upgrade, which shot it up to 3 gold per month, which again isn't a whole lot, but even so, 3 gold is better than what it was. Nice, plus 180 prestige. That is really cool. Honestly, if I think about it, it was probably worth it to put the mines in there, because now we're actually making more per month, to tell you the truth. But who knows? Maybe I should just held on to it, got the development level. I'm torn between that, because yeah, we're making more money right now, but I don't know, dude. I guess it was beneficial for us to do that, and now we're down to 2.9, but I don't know where that came from. But once I get that port put in there, I think we'll be fine. And then I think I'm gonna start working on the other holding as well. Like, we'll stick the port in that one. Come on, man, come on. Yeah, we'll grab this. It sounds nice. I mean, it's not that much different. We're still making about 3 per month, but it's just really annoying that we have a crappy steward in there, which means we can get bad events, and that's what's irritating me a little bit. That's all. Do we have to get some control in these provinces? No, we don't. Cool. So it's not affecting my control. It's just kind of being done. And hopefully when we get this new development thing from the stewardship person, he gets the money back over the 3. We do have 122 at this point, so that is great, because I want to put that level 2 port in. That's gonna be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to do that. And we got a learning perk, and let's get scholar. Hold up, what did this do? Oh, development decline minus 15%, development increased by 15%. So it makes the decline go down, and it makes the development itself go up. Heck yes, that was fantastic. That was great. Not only had that perk. So what are we at now that we've done that? Hold up, let's see. So we're at development level 8 still. Building cost 20%. Okay, whatever. Wife falls pregnant. Alright, let's see. Due to the debuff that we have right now, I want to see what that upgrade costs though. 287, 22 months. Okay, so it's gonna take us about 2 years to build that upgrade. Now we have to get almost 300 gold, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but whatever, I guess. And we just had a daughter. I'm gonna give her a Christian name so that we can actually sell it. I think Helen is a nice name. Cradled by sickness. You know what? I think I will put the extra port in there. We also need plague resistance too, but I'm gonna stick this port in here because we do have the money to do it, and it's gonna cost us 300 to upgrade to level 2 anyway. Might as well get a little more money from the second holding. There we go. I'm gonna get some opinion with the priest here again. I think that would be actually a good idea. Guardian, I'm gonna actually have your mother do it. Fantastic. And we're about to get another development point, which is great. And maybe we can blackmail her, but who knows? I see. Let's see how this is. Right now it has, so what are we looking at for development now? Intriguing. Martial increased by 1. That's kind of cool. And we're back up to 55 gold in the treasury. I wish we were making a little bit more, but that will come. That will come. Okay, learning the skill. Holy that. 100 body. Is there frickin' anybody that can replace this frickin' steward guy? Cause he just, I'm sorry, I hate him. I seriously hate him. Okay, that puts us over 300. European one. That's good. That's the boost we needed, but even so, 11 years to do the next level. Holy crap. They grow up so fast. Okay, this is the dude that I put as a steward in education. Okay, well, my son, can you do me a favor? Can you replace this dumb rear, please? Because he freaking sucks. And I actually legitimately hate him. Thank you. I mean, it brought it down by 2 years, so I think that was worth it. And right now, we're all about making money here. Nothing more of it. Let's go with Alliance Power. Yeah, send proposal. Awesome. That shaved 2 years off of the development time. King Alfred. So now we have an alliance with England, essentially. So that's good. Now we're making 3.1 off of the capital itself. And 0.9 off of the second holding. Like I said, I want to develop the capital as much as I can first, and most definitely put that 200 coin port in there as well. No question about it, because that is going to help immensely, not only from a financial perspective, but from a development perspective. It's like, yeah, that would be nice to have. I mean, a 10% boost. I mean, you can't beat that until you get to the higher levels. You really can't beat that. We have 110. As of right now, 113. We need 200, almost 300 gold to go to the next level of port, which is going to massively increase our money in development. Boost might not seem like a lot, but believe me, it is when you're talking like things like this. And we got a learning park, which honestly I think I'm gonna start to go down to the stewardship tree. I mean, the development growth is awesome, but right now, though, we do need more money coming in, which, yeah, 3.7 per month now, so that's pretty good. That's quite the change. Actually, we were getting 3.3 per month. Now we're getting 3.7. So every little bit helps, honestly. Every little bit helps. Wife falls pregnant. Man, you guys must be really bored just sitting here. I am just trying to build the smallest country into some financial powerhouse here. And almost 150 gold. Once again, 53 now. Just about 54 actually. 162 now. So that's good. And we had another son, Daniel. I like that name. Okay, how much do I actually owe the thing to stick my... Okay, we're only missing 53. I think what I'm going to do is just get that 53, and then we'll put that in there, and then we'll worry about other stuff, because that 10% development is going to be beneficial big time. So I'm just gonna leave this page up, and then once I can afford it, we'll stick that in there. I've been playing for about 2 hours now, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until we actually get the money needed to put in the level 2 port, and then once that's built, we will end the episode. We really need to get a stronger military too. That's the other thing as well, and I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. I should have been upgrading this men-at-arms while I was doing that, but it's gonna make it so we make less, but it is what it is. It says we're gonna win though, so that's actually good. Yeah, we kicked his butt actually. That's crazy. Alright, now with the enemy gone, we can disband these troops. I'm really trying to save as many men as possible, with as much gold as possible. Hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And I know it's a lot of sitting around, but you don't want to miss this, guys, because what's coming next is a massive Cornish empire, because my main goal is to get financially set. With that being said, I'm gonna have to end the episode because my family is calling me for lunch, and I wouldn't doubt it if by the time we are financially set, we'll be able to take on England itself and actually hold the entire kingdom, which is gonna be fantastic to actually see. So I'm excited, to be perfectly honest. I'll see you guys next time, and God bless.